What it do, y'all? So today, this is a very important video. Okay, so I want you guys to keep in mind that it's always your self-respect, your morals, your boundaries over any and everything. Okay, let's say that again. Your self-respect, your boundaries, your morals over everything. Money is not everything. Why am I talking about this, you say? I will let you know in just a second. Guys, hi. Thank you so much for coming back. If you're a returning subscriber, if you're new to my channel, welcome in. Let's get straight into the video. Make sure you go ahead and like, comment, and subscribe to the channel for much more to come. So if you have social media, if you have Instagram, if you have TikTok, Facebook, I haven't seen that much on Facebook, but even on YouTube, you'll see a lot of videos about what's going on in the Hollywood industry, the entertainment industry, and how people are exploited, how people are abused. And we're not just talking about grown people here, we're talking about children. We're talking about how children have been abused by these big Hollywood executives and the elites, right? Now, I can't speak too much on everything going on because I haven't been there. But the things that I'm hearing, the things that I'm seeing on video, it's some disturbing shit. And now the reason why I started the video with your morals, your self-respect, your boundaries over any and everything is because people, we're not just talking about the entertainment industry, I'm talking about people in general. People will literally push your boundaries as much as they possibly can to get their way with you in everyday life. Whether you're rich, whether you're poor, that's just the way that it is. People will do whatever they can to get to where they want to be with you, right? Unfortunately, that's just the way the world works sometimes. And you have to hold on tight to who you are, to who you know that you are, and how you value yourself. So you really have to know where your boundaries are. It's really important for you to know who you are, what your boundaries are, and what you're willing to put up with when it comes to other people, right? And these boundaries need to be so set that no amount of money can ever come and allow anybody else to just sweep away those boundaries, right? Because that's literally what happens. For a little bit of fame, for a little bit of money, people will literally be like, okay, well, do whatever you want. And that's not okay, because like I always say, it's all about how you feel on the inside with yourself. At the end of the day, it's you with you. And those people that take advantage of people, they don't care about you. It's really important to understand that they will push your boundaries and feel no type of remorse about it. If you watched any of my past videos, I've mentioned how I always wanted to be a dancer, right? And when I was younger, like my family, we didn't have money for me to like get enrolled into dance class or anything like that, to learn technique, anything like that. So I learned to dance here at home watching YouTube videos. And then it wasn't until I was about 26 years old that I took my very first actual dance class. But I do remember watching award shows and seeing the dancers on there, and I was like, oh my God, I really want to be like them. Oh my God, I really want to go to LA. I wanted to be like them. I wanted to be behind the dancers. But one thing that has never, and this is nothing against any of the dancers, this is literally just me talking about what I'm okay with and what I'm not okay with personally for myself. I would watch these TV shows, I would watch these music videos, and I was never crazy about the fact that as female dancers, they're mostly, for the most part, they're undressed, right? You have a bra, you have underwear on, you're dancing, you're grinding on these artists. And the way that I was brought up is my mom's always told me, you know, tu cuerpo es un templo. Like your body is your temple and you need to take care of it, you know? Other people, they will try to take advantage, but you need to take care of who you are. God gave you this body, you have to take care of it. And I've always been this girl. I've always been a huge tomboy. I got my jeans, I got my shirt. I don't even like to really show cleavage like that, but I've always been that girl. Not saying there's anything wrong with not being that way, but this is just the way that I've always been. So watching that on TV, I was like, I don't know that I'm okay with that. You know what I mean? Like it was always a little kind of, I don't know that I want to do that. I really want to dance as a backup dancer, but I don't know that that is a boundary that I'm willing to cross or break for the sake of money, for the sake of some fame. And so when it came down to YouTube videos, for example, I was like, oh, and I've heard Matt Steffanina say how when it comes to Hollywood, when it comes to working with Hollywood artists and choreographing for them, it's a lot more different than doing YouTube because you don't get the independence and the control to do what you want. You have to go based on what their people want you to do. And I also took that to mean as I can, when it comes to YouTube, when it comes to being more of an independent artist, I'm able to do more of what I want to do rather than going with what the industry wants me to do. Does that make sense? So when this whole like YouTube dancing blew up, I was like, yes, I don't have to go and get undressed. Now, it's still happening a lot. We'll still see a lot of people, models, dancers, even big time celebrities getting undressed for the camera, right? But again, it depends on what you're okay with. I've never been okay with that. That was never a boundary that I was willing to cross to this point. Even like I will dance and I will do like some sexy moves and do this, but I'm okay with that, you know? So it's very important for you to know your boundaries. And now with everything going on, I don't know, I think it was last year when they mentioned the whole thing with Lizzo and how she was treating her dancers, seeing just how the industry works and how people are abused and how people are treated and how it's not this big luxurious world that we think that it is, right? I'm very glad that I didn't go the full route of like going to LA and doing all these things that I wanted to do, because I feel like we need to understand, and it's really important to just get it in your mind. God's plans are better than your own plans. Now, watching these videos, watching everything that's going on, I'm just like, damn, God really had my back to put me in different paths that had nothing to do with that. I go through shit. I'm not perfect, but at least I'm okay with who I am. I can go to sleep peacefully knowing that I've been true to myself. When I did go into the dance industry, I've never been a cutthroat person. I like my friendships. I like honesty. I set my boundaries, and sometimes when it comes to the industry, these things are not respected. When it comes to auditions, when it comes to so many things, even between dancers, even between people that you thought were your friends, there are no friends. There are no friends. You have to understand that the industry is a very cutthroat industry. And if you're going into that, you have to understand that you might meet some people, you might make friends, but you might also have to like leave them behind for you to get ahead, or they're going to leave you behind for them to get ahead. Do you know what I mean? And so I was just like, not really that person, like I'd rather do me and that's that. And let's talk about like regular everyday life. Let's talk about work. Let's talk about Sarai's threads. Do you guys follow Sarai's threads on I think that's her name, on TikTok, where she talks about acting your wage, right? Act your wage. These are all boundaries that people are starting to set because we're taken advantage of, say in our workplace, right? Where they pay us a certain amount, but they want us to do the job of 2 to 3 people. So I'm not just talking about Hollywood industry. I'm talking about the world industry as a whole, right? When it comes to friendships, there are some friends that are willing to respect your boundaries, and there are some friends that are not willing to. And that's when you have to know who I am, what I bring to the table, what I'm willing to accept and what I'm not willing to accept. And if you're not willing to respect my boundaries, then you need to get no hard feelings. But I don't want people around me that are not willing to respect my boundaries, because I respect yours as well. So it's just really, really important for you to know who you are, know yourself, and know what you're willing to take and what you're not willing to take. Because if you don't have those conversations with yourself, people will make those choices for you. As horrible as it sounds, but it's the freaking truth of the world. It's the truth of life. I do believe that people can be good. I think they can be good, but I also know that there's a lot of shitty people out there. And if you don't stand up for yourself, nobody will. And they will do with you whatever they see fit. So I know I'm not a mom. I don't have children. I do have my niece, and I'm soon gonna have a little nephew, which I'm really excited about. But it's really important to instill these things into their minds, into their little souls. Like, you are a valuable part of this world. Your value is so high, and I love you so much, and I want nothing but the absolute best for you. And you have to teach them these things so that they can actually grow to be these confident human beings, grow to be these kind, yet I will put my foot down when needed, right? Because it's not all about just being nice. That's why they say nice guys finish last, because you have to be willing to stand up for yourself. And sometimes it's not about being nice, it's about being real. It's about keeping it real with yourself more than anything, and letting people know, I'm not playing with you. I will be nice. I can be very nice, but I will set my boundaries. And if you try to overstep my boundaries, then we're going to have some issues, or you need to like get out of my life, get out of my way, because, you know, You're disturbing the peace up in here. Please take care of yourself. Please take care of those little people around you who are just coming up and they need to learn these things, especially kids out there that are trying to like make it into acting and then whatever it may be. Please take care of your kids. If you're grown, take care of yourself. Just set your boundaries. I cannot stress that enough. Set your boundaries, love yourself, and do not overextend those boundaries for anybody, for anyone. Because at the end of the day, you have to deal with yourself. At the end of the day, the question is, are you happy with yourself? Are you proud of yourself? It's hard to sit here and look into a camera and say these things because we're all different. We all come from different circumstances. Some of us have it harder than others. Some of us have it easier. But it's just important to understand, as I said in my last video, we're all human beings and we all deserve the basics: respect, love. And if you can't get it from elsewhere, get it from yourself. Give it to yourself and just know that you're worthy. You're worthy of all the good things. But at the end of the day, we are all human and we all deserve respect. And unfortunately, the world doesn't always give you that respect by default. You have to take it. Take it. Do what you have to do for you. And don't ever do your best to not ever let yourself down for the sake of money, for the sake of fame, for the sake of being liked. It takes courage to be disliked. Trust me, I know. It takes courage to be disliked. It takes courage to stand up for yourself. It takes courage to let the world know that you have a voice and you're not afraid to use it. Guys, thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope it helps somebody, just one person that gets something out of this video, and I feel like I've done my job. Oh God, it's a crazy world we're living in. And it's not that it hasn't been crazy before. It's just that now we have things that are exposing. We have social media exposing the reality of the situation. But just, take care of yourself. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, make sure to go ahead and give it a thumbs up. Leave a comment down below and definitely subscribe for much, much more to come. And I will catch you guys on the next one. Adios.